Hey everyone, Ryan Dabrowski here with your Tech Tuesday tip for this week. This week I'm going to teach you how to password protect your Google form. You could do this for a variety of reasons, whether it's for test or quiz security, or whether you are doing something in the classroom where you want students to have a password to enter the Google form. So there's no password setting yet on Google Forms, but there is sort of a hack to get around this. So let me show you how to do it. So the first thing you want to do is open up a Google form and make your quiz or test. You want to make sure that you have two sections, section 1 and section 2 as you see here. To add a section, you'd go over to your toolbar here to the right and click on add section. What a section is a different page on your Google Forms. So students have to click the arrow to get to the next section on your Google form. So if I wanted to put a password for my students to have to enter in order to access the Google Form quiz, what I would do is I'd add a question here to the first section. You want to make sure the question is a short answer question, not a multiple choice. I suggest requiring this question. And in order to make this a password protected question, you go over to your three dots here and you click response validation. When you do that, you see a couple options here underneath the question. You go over to your drop down to the left-hand side and click text. You keep the word that says contains, and here is where you're going to put your password. So I'm going to make the password purple with a capital P. Where it says custom error text, this section is what the error section is if a student enters the wrong password or a student doesn't enter any password at all. So what I would suggest is putting something about maybe making the password case sensitive. So remember that this password is case sensitive. Please be sure you are entering it incorrectly. So that's the message they will see if they enter the wrong password or spell the password wrong. So let me go ahead and give you a preview of what the students would see here. So here is the quiz, and I'm going to type the wrong password. So you can see the error message. So I press enter. Remember that this password is case sensitive. Please be sure you're entering correctly. So they know it's a wrong password. I will go ahead and enter the correct password, purple with a capital P. And now it lets me into the quiz here. I suggest making it case sensitive as another form of security, but obviously the password could be up to you. Now, if you teach multiple sections or blocks of the same class, or for some reason you decide that you want to change the password, maybe it's a quiz and you don't want your first period class to know the password and give it to your second period class, you could go ahead and easily change the password by just going back to the edit section, and you could change the password to something else. Or you could delete the password entirely by clicking this X button, or you could just delete this question by hitting the delete button. But it's important to make sure that this question asking for the password is on the home page or the first section that the students see. You also want to make sure that it says after section 1, it brings you to the next section here, continue next section, okay, which is my multiple choice questions. So again, I hope you found this helpful on how to password protect your Google Forms, just an extra layer of security that you could use while using Google Forms as an assessment tool in your classroom. You could also use this as a way, as an exit slip, where students need to find the right answer to a question before they enter an exit slip. You could also use this as a way to do some sort of escape room in the classroom where the answer to the riddle or the journey or whatever they're doing in the classroom gets them into this Google form. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions related to Google or tech, as always, feel free to reach out. Thanks and have a good day.